In this video, we're going to take a look at how we can actually animate between those two game objects or those two animation clips. So if we select our cube here and go into our animator controller, we have two animation clips. We have cube sideways, which is the default, and then we have cube move, which is that forward one. Essentially what we need to do is when cube sideways is done, I want it to play the cube move. And when that's done, I would like it to go back to the cube sideways. The way we do that is through transitions. To create a transition, all we have to do is right-click the default animation, the starting animation, and make a transition. It's going to give us this dynamic arrow that we can then point to cube move. And as I drag it around, it's going to stay connected to it. So cube sideways is automatically now going to go to cube move. And if I right-click cube move and make transition back to cube sideways, it's automatically going to go back. There's additional things that we can see on here, such as controlling the speed of the animation and some additional properties. If you select the actual transition, we can actually see and scrub through this entire process on how it's going to work. And I believe we should be able to possibly sample this. I'm not 100% sure if it lets us do that anymore. And I don't think we can at the moment. But let's go ahead here, let's run it. And we should see that we have transitions between these two. And you'll see here that it's transitioning between both of those objects. If we look in the animator here, as soon as it's done with one, it transitions to the next. And again, it's moving now quite fast, so we can actually stop playing and modify the speed. I'm going to set it to about 0.25 for the cube sideways. And let's do the cube move set to 0.5. Save your scene after making changes using Control S, and then hit the play button. And there we go. We have our animation transitioning between forwards and backwards and side to side.